Hey friends! I am Savannah Polson. If you're new to my page, welcome. And today I am going to be doing a hairstyle tutorial focused on kind of straight hair tips. So if you've watched any of my videos or you've really seen any of my posts on Instagram or anything, I almost always have some texture in my hair, meaning it has waves in it or curls of some kind, and that's a lot of what I teach. And so it's pretty rare for you guys to see me with straighter hair, and I honestly don't teach it very often because I don't wear my hair like that a ton. So I was just thinking it might be time to switch it up and help some of you who do want to have a straighter or sleeker look with a couple of tips. So hi friends, hi, I've missed you too. Happy that you are here with me. Okay, I did in the caption of this video, I linked for you other videos. So I asked on my Instagram account what kinds of questions you guys had about straight hair or getting your hair tamed or things like that. And a ton of those questions I've answered in more concise videos. So for the sake of kind of condensing this video into more styling, I referenced those for those of you who really want an in-depth, what product should I be using? How should I be using the products? How do I blow dry my hair for volume? How do I blow dry my hair with a sleek brush? And so I linked all of those for you. And I will also put it here in the comments and I'll pin this comment. So those are some good videos. One of them is a YouTube video and then, there we go, pinned it. One of them is a YouTube video and then 3 of them are Facebook Lives. And well, one is like an edited shorter, it's only 2 minutes long, and it's how to use that blow dry brush from Launch. And that honestly makes my hair the most sleek I've ever had it. So that video will take you through how I do that process, and I've had so many people reach out and say it was amazing for their hair. It worked to straighten their curly hair even. It gets beautiful volume into their hair without needing to put extra heat on it after the blow drying process. So anyway, a lot of people have had a lot of success with that, so I put it there in case that's something that you want to check out and try. So I did not and I don't usually use the straightening brush just because, like I said, I don't wear my hair straight and that gets your hair so sleek, and I like to have some texture in my hair for my curls to last longer. But I always do put product in my roots, and I put product in my hair when it's wet so that I have more control over it, and just yeah, more, you can style your hair better if you have product in it. It's just how it is. So there's people who are like, no, I don't want any product in my hair. Or they're like, product is damaging for your hair. And I'm like, well, to have your hair have the best experience and for you to love your hair and for you to be able to wear it for days and not have to apply heat and so many things to your hair, I'm like, product is crucial for that. So I don't ever have a good hair day without product involved. It's just never happened to me before. So part of it is that I put product in my roots and then I blow dry my roots. So that's what the YouTube video is that I linked to, is literally showing you how I blow dry my roots for maximum volume. So if you are someone who is like, how do I get volume into my limp, lifeless hair? That is for you. And then I also, the other 2 videos, one is all about how to get your hair tamed down, how to get the sleekest hair. I take you through products for fine hair and for medium to thick hair. And then I have another one linked there, and it's for amping your hair up. So say you have a problem getting volume into your hair, or you want texture into your hair or stuff like that, then there's that video. So those are the links that I gave you and what's kind of inside of all of them. So today I am going to focus on taking you through styling your hair so that you can wear it straight, but it still has a little bit of movement to it. If you just want your hair literally stick straight, then just straighten it. It's pretty straightforward. But I'm going to show you how I kind of direct it so it's still straight but has some smoother ends and stuff. So that's the goal today. Hi everyone, you want to dye your hair dark? You know I'm a fan. It's funny, I've been kind of like toying with the idea of bringing in a little bit more light into the ends of my hair, just for fun, switch it up, add some dimension now that it's been dark for a year. But I don't know, we'll see. I think I'll stay dark, generally, like overall dark for a while. I think it feels like me. You can get days and days out of curly hair. If it's straight, you're lucky to get 2. So honestly, that's the biggest reason why I wear my hair with texture and wave in it, is because straight hair for me is harder to wear for longer, and I like styling my hair like once a week. So for me, the straight hair doesn't last as long, but it is beautiful and silky and all that stuff. Okay, so since we don't need our hair to hold any kind of curl, I am going to use the Luster spray. It makes your hair like silky and really shiny, and we like that when our hair is straight. Okay, I have these little babies, so I'm going to come in and just lightly touch those, because I don't always go directly to my roots. So this is my hair air dried. However, I blow dried the roots, and then when my hair was damp, like almost dry, really on the verge, then I brushed it out. And just the way my natural hair is, when I brush it out when it's almost dry, it just dries a lot straighter. So I actually don't usually do that, and I just go to bed with it wet. So it has body and texture when I wake up in the morning, but I did that last night, so my hair is a lot sleeker. I also put in hair lotion and a leave-in conditioner last night, so that my hair actually had some kind of grip and stuff. Yay! I'm glad you guys are here. Okay, so I don't normally, especially if my hair is already naturally kind of straight, I don't normally start high up. If you have a lot of natural curl and you'll need to start higher up, totally fine. But I like to start kind of halfway down and then start going. And when you get to the ends, I usually just let go. I don't even flat iron my entire end. So you can see I just ended, and these are just here, but this is super sleek. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So now I'm going to kind of just do the mid strands here, and then I'm just going to leave my ends alone, because now I can take this whole chunk here and I can take the ends all at once, and you're not running over them 100 times with a flat iron, but you can take your ends and you can kind of bend just slightly like that. So we're just getting a subtle little bend and wave. But if you do that with every strand, your hair won't kind of like sleek together as much, unless you are doing it like exactly the same every time, which is hard to do. So it's just better if you can do it all as one chunk. But if you just took this whole chunk and tried to flat iron this whole chunk, you just wouldn't have as sleek or as long lasting of a style here. So that's why I do the ends separate from the rest. And if you got it a little too curly, like if that's too curled, that's like legit curled on the ends, then it's not that big of a deal to just soften it up a little bit. So, or you can, while it's kind of hot, just use your hands and pull on it a little bit. That just softens the bend out there. Okay, so here we go. We're moving on. What's a good shampoo to get rid of the product buildup? I like the charcoal shampoo. It's a little less intense than the Purify. I feel like the Purify is really, really intense. So the Purify would remove buildup, but it would also remove like all of the natural oils from your hair and stuff. And so I don't recommend doing it very often, or I recommend following it up with like a very intense deep conditioning treatment to bring the life back to your hair. So I feel like the charcoal is a good happy medium, or the mint breaks up stuff quite a bit too. So thanks guys. All right, we're going down, leaving my ends out of it. And I'm going to straighten right here. Leave my ends out of it. Oh my gosh, Brianne. All my old videos. Thanks. Hopefully they're helping some way. All right, I'm not gonna curl this part as much. I just wanted to bend it like that. So, all right, here we go. Our ends are coming together, but overall our hair's super straight. So, did I lose hair after babies? Oh my gosh, did I? So much. All of this, literally all of this is Bianca. It's still going. Like, imagine this amount of chunked hair falling out all over your head. I have this all over my head. So it's everywhere. It's under here. That's exactly what I was straightening out. So honestly, my body, it's just what my hormones do. I just lose hair anytime my hormones change. So anytime I stopped nursing my babies, anytime I got pregnant, anytime I had a baby, my hair would fall out. And so I've just kind of learned that it will grow back. I'm pretty careful with it. I treat it well. I do scalp treatments, and you just sometimes have to like kind of work through that situation. So just switch up your part a little bit. That can help. And yeah, I wish I had some like magical thing. I do use Hair Love vitamins, and they help a ton with skin and hair. So I do love that. And I have a discount code if you want, so you can message me and I can send it to you. All right, I am leaving these ends out. The reason that I'm leaving them out is because I like to do the ends as like a bigger chunk so that they flow together a lot more. If you do your ends all individually and then you try and get them to flow together, you're just applying way more heat than is necessary. So I feel like one of the keys to keeping volume and life in your straight hair is to straighten as little of your actual hair as possible. So if you can get your volume to stay in your roots by not straightening to your root, you'll have more volume in your hair. And if you cannot run over your ends a ton, then you will end up with like a sleeker, healthier ends to your hair. So I moved the stuff that I've already done out of the way, and I am just going to keep pulling down on sides here. I think I'm gonna do middle. Yeah, let's do like a middle-y part. Middle-y. We'll see. I might flip it around. We'll just see how this ends up. And I always like to clip stuff out of the way that I'm not working with. Just makes it way cleaner and easier. Then you know exactly what you've done, what you haven't done, and you're not redoing any parts, adding even more damage. We like as little damage as possible. All right, so now we're taking this piece right here, and as you can see, that spray calms down quite a bit of it. So I'm just going to go mid-strand here, and there, down, leave the ends out, and then I'm actually going to leave this front section here out. I'm going to go mid down to the ends. Restocks, yes, I do have ETAs on stuff, and I have a chat that I send all of that information. So if you want the link to join the makeup chat for restocks, then message me and just say, hey, can I join your restock chat? And I'll send you the link to it. But a bunch of restocks are coming in the next week or so. So I'll definitely be posting them. All right, so this front section here, I am going to straighten these little babies just a touch. And now I'm going to actually come in straight up and down like this. So instead of flat ironing my hair down into my face like that, I'm actually going to build movement into it by straightening as I curve back away from my face. And then you end up with this situation where it's like straight, but not. It's straight, but it like kind of curves away from your face a touch. And I feel like I like when my ends have just a little bit of personality to them. I don't feel so like, I don't know, wet dog, I guess, honestly. So this whole section now that we didn't touch the ends of is all beautiful and straight. And now we are going to do the same thing with this, where we go back and pull it kind of away from us, just like that. And now this, you just kind of like literally tell it where to cool. You just hold it with your hand. I know this seems crazy, but genuinely this is like what I do to style it, because it's not necessarily as much how you apply the heat as it is how it cools. So if you apply the heat in the direction you want and then you allow it to cool in the direction that you want, you'll end up with way more body and life and control, because it really is a combination of how it's heated up and how it's cooled. So there we go. Ta-da! Okay, we're gonna bring this back part up front. So now here we go. See, we have that it has like body and life still, but it has movement and it looks like effortless and flowy. Anyway, and you've done like minimal exposure to heat on your ends. So now we are going to do this. Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. How often do I wash my hair? I wash my hair like maybe every 8 or 9 days, typically. It gets pretty rough there at the end, I'll be honest. It's typically like in a slicked ponytail at that point, or a braid or something like that. So, holy snarl, what is happening? Literally need to find, sometimes you just get a giant knot in your hair. What is even happening here? Okay, I just get in there, if you have giant knots like that, I just get in there with a little bit of the brush, like a little corner of the brush. You just start taking it out like that. Then it doesn't break as much of your hair. Ta-da! All right, got that knot out. Oops. Doing weird things with this part situation. I'm definitely gonna have to like, fix that at the end. Okay. Right here, spray, spray. And then we are going to grab a little bit back here, go right here on the middle. If your hair is really fine and it gets snarled really easily, then try doing deep treatments on it. Not really heavy ones, but a lot of times it can help if you get some hydration in there. And I know it seems like counterproductive, like, oh, I don't want to weigh my hair down, but just focus on your ends and really get them some hydration. That can help a lot. And it also, by using a leave-in conditioner, that helps a ton too. And you can even comb your hair out with conditioner in it in the shower, and then it will already be combed out and you'll have like the least amount of pull and damage happening. Okay, that one I started curving a little bit because I wanted to. So you'll have the least amount of damage happening after, when your hair is wet and it's most fragile. So if you're combing it through while you're in the shower with conditioner on it, it will comb through really nicely, and then you'll have less tangles. You also want to make sure that when you're getting out of the shower, you're never like rubbing your hair with a towel. You don't ever want to rub your hair with a towel, period. You only want to like gently squeeze your hair because it will create even more friction. It will make your hair break. It will make it more tangly. So you want to be really, really gentle as you're coming out of the shower. Basically, anytime your hair is wet, it's in a really fragile state. Okay, and leaving the ends out there. And now here we're getting to this front part. So I'm going to direct this away from my face in basically a slow curve. It's just like a soft curve, because you just want it to like not be just flat to your face. You want it to kind of like have its own personality. So I love that this one's like straight and curves under, and this one like is flowing back. I like that it's asymmetrical like that. So if you're trying to make them just perfectly symmetrical, then you can play around with that curl a little bit more. But okay, here we go. So we have this whole section here. She's really cool. Hi, Kennedy. I think you're cool too. I bet you and my little Vivian that's 6 would be friends. All right, so here I'm going to come and curve away from my face in a giant, slow, super curve pattern like that. And then I'm gonna tell it where to cool, like this. You just gotta coax it sometimes. Just tell your hair exactly what you want it to do, and it'll be nice to you if you're nice to it. Okay, so what do I do to freshen up my hair in between? Okay, smell-wise, dry shampoo is like a must, 100%. I work out pretty hard almost every day, and basically I wouldn't be able to do this without dry shampoo. So dry shampoo, play around with different kinds. There's a lot of different ones out there, different options that you'll like the smell of, that will give your hair grip and texture and body and all that stuff if you want it. Or there's some that are like just very clean feeling and make your hair pretty sleek and stuff. So play around with dry shampoos because that's like your best friend. You can also you can pull your hair up into like a shower cap and then just wash like right along your hairline if you're really feeling like that part's like disgusting. You can do that. I don't normally do that. I just end up washing my hair because my hair gets pretty like evenly dirty all throughout. But that is an option if you're feeling like your hairline is like just really yucky, something like that. So, okay, here we go. Ta-da. Oh, what I was gonna say, roots. So some of you will end up with like frizzled roots and you'll be like, but my roots look crazy. And so if you have crazy root situation, I want a little bit more. I'm gonna give a little bit more of a bend. Just, yes. Okay, so if you have a crazy root situation up here, then I would not go all the way to your root with your flat iron. Almost, if you can avoid it, I would like almost say never do that. Unless you have really, really tight curly hair that needs to be straightened and you end up with like a lot of body anyway, because that's just your hair type. So if you have, I have more like medium hair, and if you have fine to medium, anything like that, if you have anywhere near, you can get by straightening it, by blow drying it, something like that. Don't do that to your roots. So once you have established though your part, then you can take like ever so slight, like the tiniest piece on the top here, and you can just go really quick and straighten that down, and it will help with a little bit of those flyaways, just a touch. And so it'll help get it like a little bit sleeker just right along your part line, but then you still have that grip and texture underneath because you didn't straighten all of your roots like all the way flat. So that can really help. Also, you can take just a touch of hairspray. I don't have any by me. Take a touch of hairspray and spray it on your fingertips and then go like this and pull it through. You don't want to like spray like this because again, we like volume and we like body. We like it to look like it's not plastered to your head. So put it on your fingertips and then almost like comb through like this, and it will help those to stay down without weighing everything down. Cool? I think I've pretty much answered every question that I saw come in that I remember from Instagram. Hopefully this helped you. Here is the finished look. Pretty straight, but honestly has a little bend, has a little curl. That's what I like with my layers and stuff. It doesn't make it look like jaggedy, like you always need a haircut. I feel like whenever people wear their hair like super straight, they have to have like a fresh cut or it just like looks damaged just because. And so this can help with everything just flowing together, makes it look healthier, all of that. So straightening with a slight bend is your go-to. There we go. Yeah, makeup is my go-to also. Well, thank you for sharing. That's amazing. Awesome. Okay, well, hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for being here with me. I love you all, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.